on my bike, so you guys can probably hear the bike a little bit going. Yeah, so I want to make sure I get 2 hours of low intensity cardio in every day. Help me lean out a little bit with my lower fat diet and my training dialed in. So you guys saw the training today. You've seen the other vlogs some of you did. The squat and deadlift day, doing some adjustments to the training. But we'll see who we get in here or not. But a reminder, guys, I got coaching slots open. Hit me up. We got 3 coaching slots. We'd love to get those filled up. You need coaching. You guys see the vlogs. You see people's results. You see what people get. You see the testimonials. Pretty obvious my clients get pretty dang good results. So yeah, hit me up, guys. You know how to reach me on the Facebook page. That's all links down below under every video. And yeah, we'll see who we get in here. And then we'll do some walking ones tomorrow if the weather permits. Sup, coach, says Atomic. And I've got the anti-glare screens in. I'm going to try that out tomorrow. I'm doing good, Atomic. Be sure you cook light, brother. And yeah, we'll see what we get in here. So yeah, I'm going to be streaming a lot of lives because I'm doing a lot of cardio right now, right? And we might as well get outreach, get views, get ad revenue, and talk to my people while doing it. So I've been hitting it on both my Facebooks, been doing it on the tubes, just spacing it all out, right? You know? So yep, it's good stuff. So what do you got going on, Atomic? How you doing, man? Keep my other phone with my messenger handy. I got some messages out I might want to watch for. So yeah. Again, these might get a little boring because I'll be just rambling a lot because I've got to talk for a couple hours while doing the cardio, but it's okay. Are you on a stationary bike? Yep, I am on a stationary bike. I had someone ask me, hey, can you show us what model? It's like, it's irrelevant because it's too old. Like, you're not going to find it. You know, I don't think anyone's enough of a fan. They're going to take a 10-year-old recumbent exercise bike and go find a used one somewhere because it was discontinued 7 years ago. Yeah. I think people forget that with some of this stuff. You know, you probably can't find the exact bike. You know. Plus mine's got paint all over it from all my model painting because I paint on this bike because it's like a workstation bike. So it is covered in Citadel paints from painting my models. And glue. Like, it's bad. So it's not particularly, but it's kind of attractive. There's some orange and some brown and some green, a lot of black. What do you think about other cardio machines like rotors and ellipticals? I don't care for them. They're okay, I guess. There's just no reason for anything that complicated. We're just trying to move our legs. That's what our cardio is. I mean, you could do them. I don't think they're necessarily bad. Just more expensive wear and tear machines for no benefit. Like the rowers and stuff, I don't know. I mean, do we really need cardio with our upper body? It's way smaller muscles. It's not even in the ballpark. You're not getting anywhere near the benefit of your legs. I guess the ellipticals, I guess the stair steppers, if you like those. I would rather have something that doesn't put any stress on my knees, though. So that's kind of the whole point. I mean, I'm doing heavy squatting and belt squats. I don't want to put more stress on any of that. I want all of that just to be avoid stressing those quad tendons and just use the muscle. All right, so I don't want to put anything into deep stretches. Not trying to do all that. Just pedal niceless on the bike, nice brisk walks. You know, just burn through calories and keep it to where it's just burning through more fat calories if possible. Burn fat, eat carbs. Kind of a viable, very viable approach, proven in bodybuilding, contest prep for decades. So Yeah. I mean, they're all right. I mean, if you like them, Atomic, I personally don't care for them. But if you like them, then by all means, knock yourself out. Also, guys, get those likes up. Get more people in here. Because this one's not going to be super long. Mike O'Hearn, and you reach lower reps on squats to save the body. Yeah. So does Dave Tate. Even Dave Tate, I've seen Dave Tate say that for belt squats and leg presses. He's like, you know, as you get to be an older lifter, how many repetitions do you really want on the knee? Atomic, 2 hours every day is the goal. That's my baseline. So this, I need 30 minutes to hit that today, and we're 6 minutes in. So this is my third one of these lives. Real talk, bro. But yeah, Scott, I mean, I've seen Dave Tate say the same thing, and I've seen his logic being, you know, you get to be an older lifter and you're moving some big, big weights still. How many repetitions do you really want to subject that knee joint to? It's like, and he's got a point. I mean, I occasionally like to do some 10s or 12s. But even today, what did I do? Triples on squats, triples on high bar squats for all 3 sets. And then I did heavy 6s for full range of motion on the belt squat. And that 6 rep was slow every time. So we know we were right there near failure. Right? And that's the idea. High reps have their place. I just don't feel like doing them on squats or stuff like that, especially not at this point, literally for those reasons. I'm on conditioning, I can go do this stuff. If I want high intensity conditioning, I can go push my sled. You know, I don't need to do it under a squat bar. It's not putting any more muscle on you. Right? A 20 rep squat is not going to build more muscle than a 6 rep squat. Would you ever do sprints? I'm not really interested in doing sprints. Mainly because I don't see a personal need right now. And if I had a need for it, maybe some sport specificity, I would do it. So there's your answer. Yeah, if I had sport specificity reasons, I would 100% do it. I don't. I'm chasing general jackitude, body composition, high strength levels, and then to be fit with it. Meaning in shape on just basic cardio, right? And to be healthy. Being as healthy as I can be while trying to be jacked. Rufio, what's up? How you doing? How's everybody doing? Yeah. But yeah, Scott, you're right. It beats the knees up at a certain point. Like people ask me why I don't run. I'm going to do lower impact stuff like this. I need to run. There's no benefit to me. And I'm not saying running's bad. I'm saying I'm a 48-year-old lifter who squats 500 pounds and weighs over 200 pounds. If I can get the same cardio without beating my knees up, why would I? You know, so all of that comes down to, if I can get the same benefits without beating any joints up, why should I beat a joint up? Of course, people will make arguments. Well, then why do you promote the bench press? Because bench press only hurts your joints if you don't know how to bench. Your shoulders and wrists shouldn't be hurting from the bench press. You're doing it wrong. Or just straight too much work. Bad technique, too much work. How can you recover a damaged shoulder rotator cuff? Which one? You have 4 different rotator cuffs. 2 are in the front, 2 are in the back. Which one is damaged and how did you damage it? And how severe is the damage? Like how severe is the damage to the actual muscle? Like, is it fully detached? Is it inflamed, or is it just slightly cut? So that's a lot of complexity, Scott. And you got to figure out what caused it. Do you plan on a proper bulk in the near future? Probably not, Atomic. I don't see a need to do any sort of real bulk from here. I mean, I'm 48. Should I really be gaining any body fat, bulking up? Probably not. So I need to focus on getting a little leaner, and then any gains I may need to be lean gains. That's the idea. All right? Blood work will be better. Lipids will be better. Inflammatory markers will be better. You have to think of these things. Yeah, Scott, people throw that word rotator cuff around way too easily. I had a young client who told me that. It's like, Coach, I think I pulled my rotator cuff. I injured my rotator cuff benching. I assessed it. You want to know what my assessment was? You have anterior deltoid DOMS. And it went away. Like, how have you determined it's rotator cuff? So, but in your case it may be, but you got to know which one it is. The one that I had problem with specifically was the infraspinatus. It was getting pinched by my subacromial process. So I had to work it all back up, rehab it, and work on getting that spacing in there a little bit better. All right, what else you guys got going on? We're almost halfway through this. It's been a little slow. Hit that like button for me. No one said anything for a couple minutes. Y'all just let me yammer on. How about you, Scott? You still here? Atomic, you here? Rufio, you here? What do we got going, guys? Yes. This is a nice leisurely pace. Although I'm feeling my quads today from that training. Between the high bar squats and the heavy belt squats. Front raises for shoulder health. I don't know if they're good for shoulder health. Like, I'm a little too anterior dominant. I am only training my rear delts right now. Only thing directly. But I don't know if they're going to improve shoulder health per se, but they're good for building muscle. Build front delts and upper chest. Help build your bench. Although I'm only going to recommend them if you do have good rear delts and stuff. That's the only reason I can't do them right now. As much as I like the exercise, I'm definitely way too anterior dominant. And my posterior delts are lagging. So they got to have some love, which anything you do for the posterior delt builds a side delt. How often do we need to rotate training maxes for the big three to prevent overuse? You're actually hitting singles. I'd recommend every week. I would recommend conjugate style if you want to hit heavy singles training maxes every single week. Week in and week out. Change them every week, change your different lift. Even if it's just a grip difference. Different bench grips. Right? You find your guitar heavy very upper when you quit alcohol years ago? No, because I wasn't playing the guitar at that time. I had quit playing the guitar, gosh, for 20 years. And I only picked it back up a couple of years ago. I've been sober over 6 years. How many different variations of big three should we rotate between? For conjugate, you can have up to 12 different upper body lifts. But they can be pretty easy. So think about it this way. Let's say you have 3 different grips on the bench press. You can have 3 different grips of incline, 3 different grips of floor press. This can add up real quick. You can do different pin presses, right? This is without bands, chains, or any bars. You have bands and chains, the sky's the limit. Lower is even easier. Different bars, different stances on the squats, box squats, back squats without a box, pin squats. Deadlifts, straightforward. You got sumo, you got conventional. You can do block pulls, below the knee rack pulls, deficit pulls on both sumo and conventional. And then, of course, you can work in good mornings. Right? So you can have a lot of it's really easy to come up with variations in most gyms. Again, before accommodating resistance is added. Do you ever start with incline? I feel it's better. No, I don't feel it's better for my shoulder health. At this point, all of my chest work is flat and dips. It's kind of what I'm doing right now. Do you ever do RDLs? Why would I do RDLs on a belt squat? I have a barbell. Old school finger, smooth, close grip bench. Yep. Fingers to the edge of the smooth. I mean, my biggest close grip bench on camera was fingers right at the edge of the smooth. They were touching the smooths. I did 365 that way years ago for you guys. The footage is still up. Yeah, all my chest work right now, Scott, is flat bench and dips. I just need to build my whole chest. I'm not as concerned with just specializing in the upper chest. But I like incline. I think incline's great. I'm a big fan of the incline bench. for those who need it. I did it for a long time. All right. But I'm at a point where I'm very anterior delt dominant. Very shoulder dominant in my benching, have been for a little bit. So I need to not do that. I need to just build the whole chest, and then I need to hammer those rear delts a lot more to get that caught up and not worry so much about my front delts. For me personally, because that's what incline's really going to hammer, the upper chest and the front delts. I mean, it still works the low chest, just not to the same degree. Just dropped a like for Daddy. Appreciate it, Rufio. You did 12 in full sun viewing. No, I didn't. Don't think I don't know the song. Sorry, you're putting Johnny Cash in my head. What pace is your bike ride at? I can hear it, so I can assume you can hear the rotation speed. Maybe it's not coming through there. Maybe the mic isn't picking it up, but I can hear the bike very, very clearly. Did you ever buy a cable machine? Not right now, not even in the cards right now. It's money I could spend on more important things, and I don't have the space. Hey Richard, so that's what I'm going to tell you guys every single time at the start. Doesn't matter what bike I'm using. And the reason is you're not going to be able to find it. I bought it 10 years ago. Like, you're not going to find a used version of it. You'd be spending your whole life looking. One I bought on Amazon 10 years ago for like $300. It's like a desk bike. Hey Rufio, that's money I could spend on more important things. And I don't have the space. See, when you guys talk about space, I need a bigger house. So you're not just talking about a few grand for the leg press. We're talking about a much bigger house with a bigger garage, more space. So we're not talking a few $1,000s. You're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars for me to have a leg press. So do you see kind of the problem with it? All right. People don't think logistics with these questions. I started putting some of my home gym in the living room. Wife, not 230 exactly. I'm not a Freemason. That's a weird question. We get some weirdos in here. You confuse me with some other YouTubers. The late Jerry Ward was very openly one. I like the pendulum squat, which depends on the person. Some people like them, some people they feel horrible. How do we prevent shoulder damage as we progress? Sorry for all the questions, but you seem still healthy. Be careful with bench grip width. I've learned that again the hard way. Watch overuse. Make sure you keep your pulling muscles very, very strong. Make sure that you do enough pulling to balance out the anterior side. Keep your lats, traps, everything big. That'll help. Main thing is watching overuse, learning to stack everything correctly on chest presses, proper wrist stacking. Atomic is still less stress than a conventional squat. My back, it means I have to use a leg press. I never noticed any back stress on a leg press. I do get clients who notice and other people who do. I've never personally experienced it. I used to leg press a lot. I used to go heavy. He says, how about I don't do that? Well, you're allowed to ask. Especially not while I'm sitting down riding the bike. Is not the most flattering position. All right. Yeah, that would be my advice there, Scott. Again, wrist stacking is a big deal. Overuse is a big deal when it comes to shoulder health and how you're pressing. Are you going for 4 or 5 times sensing on what lift? Watch the vlogs to your right. Yeah, we have, I'm just in shorts and all those training vlogs. 4 or 5 times 10. I don't know. I could probably low bar it if I have to, but I'm doing all the high bar stuff. I could probably throw sleeves on and low bar it. This is a test. I have a question. All right. Hank, I don't know if it's about to blow my channel up. We're just doing lots of cardio streams. I don't think that's that big of a new direction. So this is a test as I have a question. What is your question? I hope it's something fun instead of something dumb. Well, let's hear it. Come on. Yeah, Scott, I'm in without sleeves. I did. So, just going to get rid of this guy. Guy's trying to trick me into saying a racial slur. Which, how about as a bald-headed, fair-skinned dude, I don't say a racial slur instead. How about let's do it that way. That'd be a lot better. You know. How much do you think you make per stream? I'm not going to tell you. And what do you mean, think? I have analytics for everything. I know to the exact penny what every post and video I make on all of my platforms makes, like down to the actual penny. So I don't have to think about it. I literally know what post of mine on whatever platform a few weeks ago made $137. Coach is too funny for that. I don't know, that's a perfectly normal response. Like, yeah. But obviously each stream is going to vary. No, the streams at this point are mostly, they just get my outreach up. The subscriber count goes up from streams. So I've noticed that shorts, reels, lives boost your outreach quite a bit right now. So it's not necessarily about the individual money. These lives, unless people are donating, and sometimes they do, don't make that much money. But I'm gonna do the cardio either way, so I might as well multitask. Right? Rufio, it depends. At the moment, it's meh. But yeah, I grind multiple platforms. In different years, I've had really good money on different platforms. But it really varies. What's up, Coach? What's going on, Chad Life? But the whole point with all of it all feeds back into the coaching business. Why are we asking about Lewis at all? Steve, I'm not doing any OnlyFans stuff at the moment. I have it there. I have 2 different Facebooks. I have an Instagram. I have YouTube. I love just sitting around the camera, collect a paycheck. People hate on it. They hate on it all day long, dude. If you had to pick only one training, squat, bench, or deadlift for the rest of your life, what would you pick? A trigger pull against the person stopping me from doing all 3. One movement, one exercise, one finger, problem solved. I switched to goat milk this month, feeling a boot of strength. It's a very Canadian thing. Are you on a massage chair? No, I'm on a recumbent bike. Dude, what are you talking about? I'm doing cardio. It's like I walk every day for an hour and a half. I'm going to do 30 minutes on here. I don't know, I'm not on Patreon anymore. Patreon was a waste of time. Too much work, not enough money. But guys, we're closing in on 30 minutes, which puts me at 2 hours of cardio for the day between those walks. So 2 hours of lifts is the goal. We stream all of it, so I'm just about there. For novices, how do you like to rotate back squat or box squat? I don't rotate them unless they're on conjugate, in which case we do speed work on the box and occasional maxes on the back. I'm trying to eat a lot of fruit as part of a healthy lifestyle. Would 1,000 calories of blueberries be a good amount of fuel, a workout? Man, that's a lot of blueberries, dude. It would be fine. I don't need anything to fuel workouts. I train fasted. I literally do all my lifting fasted, personally. I don't think you need it to fuel the workout. You're not burning 1,000 calories during a weightlifting session anyway. No, I'm not going to do 2.5 hours a day. It's a leg day, man. My legs are pretty well shot. Is the idea that exercises like decline, bench, and dips grow the lower chest bro science? Of course they grow it, but the question is, do they also work the upper? Data shows they do work the upper chest too. What's your take on Michael? Oh man, I heard about it. I don't have any details. So because I don't have details, I've only seen some rumors. I don't want to say much, but if he did, that's pretty despicable, right? I mean, I can't endorse that behavior. I don't care what your reason is. You got a pregnant wife, you don't go banging other women, right? But it's not cool, bros. It's not cool at all. But guys, we're at a half hour. I've done 2 hours of list cardio today, so I'm about to wind it down. I love you guys and gals, and I'll talk to you next time.